Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the fourth part of this massive Thomas Take-Along lot I got off of eBay. Um, if you haven't already, go check out the first part and the second and third part because I explained what I was doing with this. And yeah, definitely check out those parts and that'll help you kind of understand what this is and what I'm doing. So, anyway, this will hopefully be the last part. I'm not sure yet. We still have a decent chunk more to take a look at, but I'm hoping it'll be the last part, even if it's a little bit longer than the other three parts. Let's take a look at someone we've already looked at multiple times. This is Percy. Um, Percy, we've already taken a look at him a bunch. So if you haven't already, go watch those first three parts if you have the time, because they are about an hour long each. This Percy, decent condition, missing the eyebrows, but other than that, not really much more to say on Percy there that hasn't already been said. Next up, we have a Take and Play truck, and I've already discussed my dislikes of Take and Play, mainly stemming from these magnets. But this truck is pretty nice. You know, it's not like super flat. You could fit some coal in there. You know, you could fit a piece of cargo. Uh, let's check out what year, 2013. Okay. Not much detailing. I mean, it's just a green truck. Like, not much else to say on it. But yeah, happy to have another piece of rolling stock. Rolling stock you can never have enough of, including this piece right here. This is a little bit more detailed than the last one we saw. See, he's got these black lines on the rivets, I believe they're called. This is not in great condition. As you can see, it's a little beat up. But trucks are kind of meant to be beat up, so I'm not too upset with that. It says cargo car on the bottom there. This is blue and red, so maybe like a Thomas cargo car, if you will. You could fit, you know, you could have, if you're filming a video or something, you could have like coal in here or like some gravel or some ballast, you know, anything that suits your fancy. Here's a character that I don't believe we've looked at, and this is a really cool one. This is Belle. Yeah, this is just a beautiful take-along model. She has these like water cannons up here that I think are really cool. Like they literally come up and off, and I think that's just great detailing. Great detailing on the top. Belle is kind of in my opinion, sort of just nothing character. She serves like a singular purpose, and that's to help with the Soda search and rescue team. And this looks to be like a talking bell. Actually, I just realized that. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Could you guys hear that? So it makes a few sounds. So we see here's some whistle sounds, here's some talking sounds. I fight fires. Pretty basic stuff. She's got a bogey right here, which we haven't really seen much of, which will help her get around, you know, corners, because she has such a long engine. What does that say on the side there? I'm trying to see with this logo if it says anything. No, it doesn't. Maybe just a logo for the Soda search and rescue team. Someone will let me know in the comments about that. Her number is 6120. I'm not really sure what that's in reference to, but maybe someone can let me know. Good face right there. And let's see, do these light up too? No, they don't light up, but she has these lamp-like things on the front of her there. And yeah, so this is a really, really nice model. It says Bell on the bottom. It's a little bit faded, but that's okay. There's a screw, so you can change the batteries on this thing, which I probably will. I'll probably take the batteries out because the batteries do go bad, and they create like this acid. It's like this white stuff. I'll have to show you. I have another item that I'm gonna look at in a future, not unboxing, but you know, huge lot like review. So anyway, that's Belle. Really, really nice model. Really happy to have her in the collection. Now we've got another Thomas. This is, like I've said many times before, this is my favorite of the Thomases. Really good detail on the whistle, which I, for some reason, keep pointing out. But yeah, this one's in good condition, and happy to have another one. I'm definitely going to pawn off a few of them to, you know, I might sell it, I might give it away, who knows, we'll see. Here's an interesting item that I don't think we've looked at yet. This is the Soder mail car. And what's great about this is, or maybe we have looked at it, but we'll reiterate. What's great about this is the mail, you can switch it from mail bags to actual letters. And I think that's a really cool feature that Take Along did, like where you can switch the contents of the item. It adds a lot of variety. But yeah, the mail car, really good detailing. It doesn't make any sense for this mail to be uncovered like this. Usually we see them in the big red mail vans that Percy pulls. But oh well, I guess we can't get everything. And let's take a look at an item that I'm not really sure what is. It looks like maybe a Dynamite Take Along item. See, there's a Dynamite logo right there. This is a nice little van, super lightweight. This is all plastic, by the way. Almost no die-cast metal, but it looks like you can maybe even open this up. And there's nothing in it. I'm sure there was a cargo piece, but like I've said many times, we didn't get any cargo pieces with this lot. Kind of disappointed, but you know, it is what it is. I got it for super cheap, so I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, you can open that up and you could put whatever in there. I mean, you could put like some Legos, some dynamite, some like miniature dynamite in there, which I think would be pretty cool. Yeah, like this is super lightweight. This is like crazy lightweight. I'm interested. I'd like to weigh this out and see what it is. I think that would be pretty cool. I know Leo Kim Video does that a lot. Let's see, 2011 Mattel. Yep, makes sense. So that is the, we'll call it Dynamite car. And here we have another Thomas, a more beat up one. I'm just going to show, even if I've shown them already, I'm going to show them off. I think I said that in the previous parts. It's going to be a lot quicker, but yeah, plastic boiler or plastic smoke box, but my favorite Thomas of the Take Along, Take and Play range, for sure. Here's another one we've looked at. This is the Breakdown Train, but last one, the crane was probably needed to be oiled down. This one's a lot better. This one moves a lot smoother. It's obviously got this magnet, which if we bring Belle over here, you can pick her up. Belle would be a tough one. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty strong. Like, Belle is a huge, huge toy. But the Breakdown Train is holding her up, you know. I mean, that's actually really cool, can she? And it's pulling her too. Wow. So that's a strong crane right there. But again, we looked at the breakdown train earlier, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. This moves a lot smoother than the last one does. So definitely happy to have this one. Let's take a look at another item. We'll take a look quickly at this piece of rolling stock. It's just a flatbed. Nothing much more to say here other than it's a red flatbed and it's super lightweight and this part's plastic. And it's called the present car. So it would have been nice if we got like, you know, if I'm sure there was a present on here at some point, but we didn't get any cargo, which would have made the video like 10 times more interesting, I think. But it is what it is. And let's take a look at another like stock standard Percy. A lot of Thomases and Percys, which makes sense. I mean, that's what you're going to collect the most of. So let's see what year this is. This is actually 2009. Okay, so that's interesting. But yeah, it's Percy. Not much more to say other than it's a nice model, and I like it, as you can tell. Here, I think we have a legitimate. We took a look at a few other Heralds before, but they were a lot bigger. This one is like all die-cast metal, very good detailing. The propeller on the back here spins. This is probably the best Herald we've looked at. This propeller seems to have a bit of wear and tear. I said this before. I really like the glass windows on these models. It's much better than just if they painted it black. Although it looks like they may have done that on the back here with these, but that's okay. I mean, at least the cockpit has the glass. Herald on the bottom. Let's see what year. And I think this is a legitimate like take and play or take along Herald. It's gonna be hard to see on camera the year, but I'll try my best to take a look at it. Yeah, 2002. So the initial launch of Take Along is when this is from. Oh, whoops. All right. Let's take a look at another item that we've already looked at. Another stock standard Thomas with that face variation, which is my favorite face of all the Thomases we have. This is, like I said, my favorite one. It's got the right proportions. It's got the good detail. And overall, it's just a spectacular looking Thomas. Here's one we've already looked at, but heck, we'll look at him again because he's a great item. It's Skarloey, and this one, the cab is almost like, you see that? The cab is like kind of coming off there, which is interesting. I wonder what happened there. I'm sure these are two separate pieces. You know, you've got the bogie, and then or the chassis, I'm sorry, I didn't use the proper railway lingo term, but yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen that on one of these. It appears to be a little loose. So, and Skarloey, I don't know if he had a name on the other one, but this one is all like scraped off. I don't know if that's just it was just never there or what. But I like taking unboxing stuff is really cool, but I like taking a look at like these used ones because they just have some more character than just unboxing something that was, it's all factory ready. It wasn't used before and stuff. I just think there's a lot more character with these used items because they kind of have a story, Here's another Thomas. Showed a million of this same variation already, but we'll take a look at this one real quick. Good, decent condition, couple nicks and scrapes, but overall, not bad. Now, for these next items, I'm not sure. I didn't see, but I don't think. I think it's just 2 Emily tenders. I guess these are nice to have in case, you know, I come across an Emily without a tender. So I'll probably keep these in my position. I don't know. We'll see. I think we took a look at. I don't think it was Talking Emily. I think it was just regular stock standard Emily. But I've always loved Emily's tender as far as like the detailing goes. You know, it's got these 3 yellow squares, and then this thing, which I guess is for water. I want to say. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with railway lingo, like I've said. I would assume it's for water. But those are 2 Emily tenders, not bad condition. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. We have another Neville, but he's missing this part of them again. So I wonder if this was just a common problem, like they just didn't glue that part on right on any of the Nevilles. As you see here, his buffer beam is kind of like a separate piece, you know. So I'm interested to see like if that's a common problem. Maybe you guys can let me know. But overall, I mean, Neville is still a very good item, despite, you know, him missing a buffer, literally. That's the bottom. Yeah, and I really like this detail over the wheels here. That's really nice. So, yeah, there's another Neville, and another Neville without his buffer. And here we got a new one. Okay, this is Take and Play Salty. Yeah, pretty cool. I think this is Talking Salty, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say Talking Salty, it just says Salty, but it appears he does have this speaker here, and I guess you press that. So maybe he's like a lights and sounds Salty, because there we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So he says a few different things. The speaker is a little bit off. I'm sure that's just because it's a little bit old. But really nice Salty. I'm happy to have this one in my collection. And let's move on to the next engine. And this is one I don't think we've taken a look at yet. Yes. This is Peter Sam. And for some reason, he has gold magnets. I'm not really sure if that's like a thing, but this is a really nice Peter Sam model. Like I said, the narrow gauge engines are slightly smaller than the standard gauge engines in this line, which is something they did really well. He's got his back wheel right there. He's got his special funnel on this model. I'm assuming this is from like 2008 or something. Yep, 2008. Let's see right there. It says Peter Sam on the bottom. Oh, but Peter Sam with like this quote in this engine. Maybe someone could, is this like a talking railway Peter Sam, like they did in Wooden Railway with the gold magnets? I'm not really sure, so hopefully someone can let me know. I'm really curious about that. I'll have to do more research on why that is, but he's got the like the cab with the molding knocked out, which is really cool. He's got this detail, which always reminded me of a face on the back. They did a really nice job with this Peter Sam, I will say. And we have a few more Peter Sams that we're going to look at, but I'll go quick with those. Here's another Sir Handel. Again, the gold magnets. I'm not sure if this is just a narrow gauge thing, because I think I've only seen them on the narrow gauge. Yeah, 2008. But we've already looked at Sir Handel. Really nice model. Not much more to say. It's just really fun looking at toys, in my opinion. Here's Whiff again. Again, Whiff has the glasses, which I always thought was a curious little thing. It says whiff on the bottom, and this is, I believe, a Mattel item. Yeah, 2010 Mattel. Whiff has this good detailing covering his wheels right there. Not much more to say that I haven't already said about Whiff. We're kind of going through a lot of duplicates today, so that's just how it's going to be. Here we have a talking Henry, and the magnets don't really want to cooperate for whatever reason. Yeah, they should just do that. Does this one turn on? No, unfortunately. Well, I could get my screwdriver, maybe I'll, just for the heck of it. I said I was going to do a separate video on this, but I don't know. Take my handy dandy screwdriver. Unscrew them. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Sorry, knocked my camera there. So this screw is being a pain, so I'm not going to continue any further. But yeah, this is like talking or lights and sounds, however you want to call them. I'll look up the exact name. But a really nice Henry model. Not great condition for this one. See, there's a lot of damage on the cab there. Which honestly, you can come in and like use a fine point Sharpie and fix. For some reason, like the magnet doesn't line up very well with this. You see that? But it does if you flip it around. It's a little bit better. Magnets are fine on this side. I don't know what's going on with this back magnet. Maybe that's just like a factory issue, or maybe just a magnet issue. Maybe the magnets are like wonky. But yeah, that's Henry. Say goodbye, Henry. Alright. Let's see. This is one we haven't looked at before. This is Terrence. And Terrence is a really nice model in Take and Play because he has the treads, and see if we can move him there. Yeah, he moves with the treads. No, does he? Yeah. Well, you gotta kind of push him, but that's okay. This is like a 20-year-old toy. There we go. See the treads are moving. Just gotta give him a push, you know? Give him a little push. Really good detailing on his, like, cab area. Or his driver area. I guess it's not a cab because he's a road vehicle. But, yeah, really nice model of Terrence. I may have him in the thumbnail, honestly. Like, I really like that model. Here's a character we haven't looked at, and I'll just knock two birds with one stone out here. Here's Butch. And are there any differences between these two models? I know this one's in worse condition. But, yeah, Butch is another great one. He looks like he does in the television series, at least like in the CGI era. His crane has a magnet. Let's see if we can activate that magnet. See, Butch the tow truck. Look at that. Pulling Bell, which is, like I said, a very, very heavy engine. Bell's kind of my my test dummy here in this video today. And let's take a look at this one. Yeah, that is a strong magnet. Wow, they did a really good job with these magnets. They're very, very sturdy and very strong. So let's say goodbye to Bell. And let's take another look at Butch here. Yeah, let's see, 2002. So he did come out in 2002. Okay, they released Butch in 2002, which is surprising because he only appeared like once in the Thomas Friend series, and he appeared without a face. So they made a lot of toys in them. I guess it's because he's like the only tow truck, or at least was the only tow truck. Um, but they made a lot of toys on him. I mean, look at the wheel detail there. They put a lot of effort into this character that literally only appeared in like one shot. In season 5, and he appeared without a face. Which is really cool, I guess. I mean, you know, it's nice to have more and more characters. We get so much of Thomas, you know, in the toy range and in the TV series. It's nice to have a variety of characters to make it feel like, you know, Sodor is a real place where like there's a lot of vehicles, a lot of engines, you know. But yeah, that's Butch. Really, really nice take along model. I may have to take a break here in a second, but here is Duncan. And I think this is the first Duncan we've looked at. Again, he has the gold, the gold magnets. I'm not really sure what that is. Duncan, really good proportions on him. Like I said with the narrow gauge engines, he's got the small wheels going on here. They're white for some reason. I don't know if that's like accurate, but and yeah, I think it's like a talking railway thing because I keep seeing this logo on the narrow gauge engines. Let's see, this is from 08, 06. Yeah, 08. Kind of hard to see there. So I'm definitely gonna do more research on that. And I'll be right back in one moment. I have some things to attend to, but I'm gonna do a jump cut and you'll see me back here in a second. And we're back. And we are back. Sorry that it was actually a couple days in between those cuts. But let's take a look at another item here. We have another caboose. I'm not sure if it's got a name. And this has a battery. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's got your top hat right here. I always thought these like paintings of the engines on the merchandise was a little weird. Not the biggest fan of that. Sodor train line. Okay, well, it's not entirely like an accurate name for it. I'd rather it say Northwestern Railway, but you know, we get what we get. Let's see, let's play again. There we go. Whoa. Okay. I don't want to get a copyright strike from that, so we're just going to put that away, and I'm going to talk over it. Here we go. Here's a troublesome truck. Take and play one. All it says on the bottom here is made in China. There's not even a name of them. Usually there'd be like a name right here, right there. And usually it'd say something like, you know, some year that Mattel made it. But, you know, nothing too special about this troublesome truck. It is a good troublesome truck. Really good piece of rolling stock. I wish they had detailing here on the sides, but oh well. Anyway, there's another troublesome truck, and here's an engine I believe we've already looked at, but we'll look at him again. It's Scruff, and I'm quite a big fan of this model. Scruff is obviously smaller in size, and that tracks with this take along model. Let's see. It says Scruff on the bottom, 2012 Mattel. Sounds about right. He's got a really nice cab area here. It's really big in there, actually. Yeah, not too much else to say that I haven't already said about Scruff. Nice model. Sorry, we're getting to the end here, so we're going through a lot of duplicates. Here is Winston again, and I believe this is a different Winston than we've looked at before, if I'm not mistaken. It says Winston and maybe like a recall code. This is 2012 Mattel, so I'll have to check out the other Winston and see what year that was from. It's got a little Sir Topham hat in here, which is nice. Really nice Winston face, right in the money. And yeah, there's Winston. I'm going a little faster here just because we've got to get through a decent amount, and I don't want to make this another part, to be quite honest. So let's take a look at Elizabeth, and I don't believe we've looked at Elizabeth yet, but this is a really, really nice take-along model. Really good details on the wheels here, makes her stand out. Her bed here, her truck bed, goes up and down. Look at that window detailing. That is really really nice. Really great job by the creators of this toy. Here. She doesn't run super smoothly, but hey, that's okay. I'm not going to be playing with these too much. They're just mainly for collection purposes. Maybe I'll do some remakes here and there once I get some more track, because I really don't have a lot of take-along track that I can use. Here is like the original 2002 Troublesome Truck, and I believe it will say 2002 or 2003 on the bottom, if you could see it there, right about there. These screws are really rusted. Oof. Maybe, and it appears like this Troublesome Truck does not bounce up and down anymore. I'm assuming it's just been like played with or maybe left out in water to death. This does appear like it has seen some water based on the rust. But really cool Troublesome Truck. That's the original one, the original Troublesome Truck. Here, let's take a look at another Elizabeth. This one is in slightly better condition, it appears. Got a hair on there, that probably dog hairs. I've got a couple dogs, so that's going to appear from time to time. But yeah, it says Elizabeth on the bottom, 2003 Galeen. And yeah, a really cool, like I said before, a really cool model. We literally just talked about Elizabeth, so I won't say much more, but there we go. It's nice to have a couple, you know, in case one goes missing. Here's a twofer. We've got two Salties right here. It looks like they're slightly different. It looks like this like dome type area is slightly different. If you can't see that, see this one has like sort of gray lining around it. This one doesn't. So let me see what year this is from. 2003 Galeen, okay. And same thing, 2003. So I guess they are the same year, unless that's like just an error on whoever's part. But yeah, Salty, a really nice character. We've already taken a look at him, but we had some more to show off. And here is a rather unfortunate one. Here's a Douglas tender, but as far as I know, I'm looking right now, there's not a Douglas body. So it's just the tender. You know, it's a nice tender. It's a nice tender, but just wish I had another Douglas body. I already collected Donald and Douglas in this lot, but yeah, so we have an extra Douglas tender in case the other one goes missing for whatever fun reason. Here's another character, but I believe this is a CGI Peter Sam, which is really cool, which is really nice. This one is in really good condition. I'm guessing it wasn't played with that long. I mean, it's not super old. I mean, this is probably, what, 2011 Mattel, yeah. But he seems a little bit more squashed than the Peterson we looked at earlier. If I could sort him out here. Maybe not. Let's see. I should have him. I mean, we just looked at him, so I should have him ready to go. But no, I cannot seem to find him. But yeah, I believe this is slightly more squashed, the funnel. I remember the funnel being more, just bigger on the other one. This is a really nice Peter Sam model still, though. Even though he looks a little bit, I don't know, his proportions are just a little bit weird. I don't know if anyone else notices that, but Peter Sam, and I believe this is, I think we saw, I want to say we saw an Oliver Take-Along, but this is an Oliver Take-and-Play. See, he's got, like, the CGI-style face. So I'm assuming this is made after he first appeared. No, 2013. Okay, 2013 Ghislaine. Which is interesting, because I don't think he appeared till 2015 in the television series. Well, at least reappeared, because obviously he appeared, you know, in the first 7 seasons or whatnot. Although he did make an appearance, a few appearances in season 12, because they were kind of saying goodbye to the models there. This is a nice Oliver model. Obviously, he seems a little bit squashed, and the wheel configuration is no longer, like, he should have a small driving wheel here, but he doesn't. So just sort of attention to detail stuff that Mattel definitely cheapened. And I think I have a very unique item. This is a Chuggington engine, and I am blanking on the name of this character. I actually have 3 of them. So I'm blanking on the name of this character. So, you know, if you weren't expecting Chuggington, well, your expectations have been blown out of the water, it appears. And yeah, this doesn't have a name on the bottom or anything to indicate who this is. I know there's one called Brewster. I don't really know anything about Chuggington, I'll be honest, other than they have a merchandise line. But, you know, I can't really say too much on these items, but they're pretty cool. I mean, they have these interesting couplers. You know, they're not magnets. They kind of just stick in to each other there, like that. And yeah, like, I can't say too much on them. They're in pretty good condition. I'll probably just sell those off just because I'm not a Chuggington fan, and I already have too much Thomas stuff, so I can't start collecting another toy line. Here is Stanley. We already took a look at Stanley. This is definitely a Mattel item because he's got these wheels. Stanley on the bottom, 2012 Mattel. Yep. See, the wheels have, like, holes in them versus, like, if you look at it just a regular take-along model from the regular Ghislaine era, they don't have these holes, you see. Stanley's got, like, a little whistle up here, which is kind of funny because it's just so small. He's got a plastic smoke box, which a lot of the later models of engines have. And here we get to take a look at our twin engines again, Bill and Ben. I don't know if they were sold as a 2-pack or just individually, but you can see here Bill has seen better days, while Ben is actually in pretty good nick. Yep, Ben on the bottom, and then should say Bill on the bottom as well. We already took a look at these guys, so I won't say too much more. But, oh yeah, and then these must be different, like, years. Let's see which year this is. 2003, okay. And this is 2003, too. I don't know if that's a common thing. Like, maybe they changed, maybe 2003 is like a bogus date. Someone will let me know in the comments, but yeah, they've got different roof colors. This one's like a dark gray, and this one's like maybe like an off-white. So that's interesting. Maybe someone can let me know what the deal is there. And here's a character we haven't looked at, and it's a really nice model. It's Hector. Hector appeared a couple times in the TV series to, not much. He appeared once, like he had his main episode, and then he appeared another time in season 12, and I think James Works It Out is what the title is. That's actually a really good Hector episode. I like this character. He's one of the better hit era introduced characters, in my opinion. He's got bogeys, which we haven't seen much of, just because they didn't do it a lot, it seems. They did it on like engines like I think the Diesel, aka D261, which unfortunately I don't have a model of it. Obviously Hector, a couple of the pieces of rolling stock, like maybe the timber car, I want to say it's called. But this is a really nice Hector model. He's got these really nice rivets, which are a nice added detail. Here's a game. If I had a nickel for every time I said detail in this massive lot in any of the videos, I'd be a pretty rich man. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you got a lot of space in here. I mean, you could fit coal, you could fit like a suitcase or something, something cool like that. But anyway, that's Hector. Really, really nice model. Here we got another stock standard, like green and red troublesome truck that we've already seen. Pretty good condition. Let's see. Let's take a look at a Adventures. If I can find... Is there a tender for it? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. But I can't find the tender for this Adventures James. I'm not sure what James this was. It just says James on the bottom, so no indication. But it's definitely a talking item. Let's see if he still works. So this is definitely from, I think, Tale of the Brave. Hot lava up ahead. Oh my goodness. That's kind of wild. And one thing I noticed, his dome is really small, which looks really weird. I don't know if that's just because they needed to fit the audio in there, or that's just an Adventures thing. I really do like Adventures, believe it or not. For some reason, I'm already nostalgic for it, because even though we only lost it like 5 years ago or something like that, I guess I'm just like that. I don't know. Here's another stock standard Take Along Thomas. Very nostalgic. Very cool. Good condition. Let's take a look at another character that we've already looked at, but hey, he's worth looking at again. He's got that beautiful smirk. It's Spencer. Spoken very highly of the Take Along Spencer, and this model doesn't change my opinion on that. He's very cool, and happy to have him in my collection. And here is a Take and Play Thomas that appears to be missing all of his details. I don't know if this was like a special edition Thomas, or it just happens to be like that. See, he's missing like basically all of his paint on the cab. I don't know if someone like that's interesting. I have not really seen any engines like this where they're like literally missing all of their paint. I'm sure someone could do like a cool custom with this. Like, this is good custom material right here. But yeah, he's missing literally like all of his paint besides some on the cab there. Just another, stock standard Take and Play Thomas. And let's take a look at a talking Adventures Thomas. Let's see if he still talks. Oh my god. So this must be Space Thomas. I remember this being sold in stores. I think probably with like a space piece of rolling stock as well. Let's see if he says anything else.
Next stop, Mars.
Oh my god, that is just we have come a ways in the Thomas merchandise line. I noticed right now is on his Adventures model his whistle isn't painted, which kind of sucks, and neither are the buffers. I said I liked Adventures, but there's definitely stuff to dislike about it as well. Here's another pair of tenders, just basic Spencer tenders, although this is a different color. Maybe this was like a metallic Spencer or something, because that's more of like a silver. I wonder if they changed his color like midway through, because I know they did that in one line where, or maybe it was the one railway line where his, let's see if we have a year here. Spencer's Heavy Haul. Okay, so maybe it was part of like a multi-pack or something, because this one doesn't say anything on it. This must be the like original 2004, 2003 one, whenever he came out in Take Along. But yeah, not much else to say there. It's just tenders, and we are getting close to the end here. Here is another Terrence. Yeah, just definitely one of my favorite take along models. He's got a lot of crud right here. Maybe I can come and like wash that off with a wipe or something. That'd be pretty cool. So Terrence, yeah, not much to say that I haven't already said. The face is pretty darn good, if you ask me. Maybe a little bit off, but nothing too crazy. Here's another one of these narrow gauge engines with the gold magnets that I have no idea about. I wish I knew, but I don't. And Sir Handel, he's missing one of his little domes here. So it's kind of unfortunate for him. And yeah, this must have been like a talking engine or maybe like a special edition engine, because it has this quote, and obviously the gold magnets. It has this quote with a Thomas in it. So I'm interested to see what is up with that. 2008 Ghislaine. I wonder if it was like the Talking Railway series in One Railway, where they had the gold magnets and you would run them through a destination, and it would talk. So I'll have to see about that. But here's a character I think we've looked at Millie. If we haven't, here is Millie. She's got those small wheels, which is a really nice detail. Good detailing on the sides. Good name detailing as well. Millie in cursive, I believe. She's got this King of the Railway sticker or sign. And yeah, that's Millie. Really nice train. And we're just scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Here's another whiff. I think I have like 3 of these now, so maybe I'll give some away. Yeah, 2010 Ghislaine whiff. Already talked about his wheel details. Pretty good condition. We've got, I believe this is a new one. We've got a winter caboose, it seems. See how there's snow on top? I wish they had like fading snow detail on the side too. That would have been really cool. It's got these like ornament type snowflakes on the side. Really nice little winter caboose we got here, even though cabooses aren't really a thing in the Thomas world. They're brake fans, but oh well. Here's another Ben, and he has the gray cab. I'm not sure if the Ben we looked at previously had one. Let me see. No, it didn't. So you see how they have different colored cabs? I wonder, that must have been like a change that they made midway through, because this also has gray side rails. Well, this one has white or like off-white side rails. So I'm interested to take a look at that. I literally have to make a list of stuff I have to research. Here is a Take-Along Harvey. Obviously, he has the magnet. We can see it in action here. And that is a pretty... They made pretty strong magnets in Take-Along. I got to give them that because... also, this thing moves. This is crane arm thing. Yeah, I really got to give them credit. This crane doesn't have a ton of motion. I wish it went up more. But it is what it is. They really went to town on the magnets. This obviously swivels. You got to give it a little bit of a push. It wouldn't just blow like Harold's propeller or anything. But yeah, that's Harvey, and you be the judge or not. Does that look like Harvey? Like his face, I mean. Anyway, nice model. I'm just kind of blowing through rolling stock right now. So here's a purple and yellow piece of rolling stock. Looks kind of ridiculous. Kind of the same thing. This one looks a little bit better because it's a little bit bigger. But red and yellow. Does it have a name on the bottom? Let me see here. No, I believe not. And this one, it's a low cargo truck, and we have a million of these, but they're all like different colors, so I guess I gotta keep all of them because they're different variations. Yeah, here's a Take and Play cargo car. Just like a rustic brown and blue, which I don't think we've seen that variation yet. Like I said before, these things are like super lightweight and cheap. So I don't want to give them any more attention than they deserve. Here is another Elizabeth. I guess this is like the Elizabeth section of the video. She's definitely going in the thumbnail. Yeah, as you see, her thing, and it'll stay up as well. Oh my god, I took it off by accident. Whoops. Let's pop it back in. So this thing comes off, so be careful you don't lose that. Same thing with the wooden railway model. I remember my wooden railway Elizabeth was always missing the truck bed. And yeah, that was always kind of unfortunate. But yeah, a really, really cool Take-Along model. I'll definitely keep her around. And here we have another Scruff. A lot of duplicates in this lot, but that's completely okay because I got it for super cheap. Scruff, nothing too crazy with him that we haven't already said. Still thought I'd show him off. And here we get a really, like, bad condition Toby. I mean, look, like, so much of the paint has chipped off here. This Toby was definitely played with, definitely knocked on the ground a few times. I mean, his 7 is off. I mean, look at this. Jeez. I don't know if, like I had another Toby with that was in pretty poor condition. I don't know if they just, like, didn't use enough layers of paint or whatever, but the paint just chips off like crazy. See, I just chipped some more. I mean, I already have a couple Tobys, so I just chipped some paint off though. So I guess it's just really easy to chip Toby's paint for some reason. So keep that in mind if you're ever buying a used Toby off of eBay. Here we have another Diesel, who is a fun character to look at. It's a Take and Play Diesel, which we already have a couple of, but Diesel's definitely a fan favorite among kids, I think. So it's nice to have a bunch of models for him that, you know, maybe I can resell some of them. I'm sure someone out there is looking for a Diesel. Here we have Mavis again, which is one of my favorite, and I feel like I say that about every take and play model from this era, but one of my favorite take and play models just because of the glass windows. I really like those. I know they're probably not actual glass, they're probably like plastic or hard plastic. But yeah, I really, really like those glass windows. It's a really fun detail for me. Here's another one of these cool Sodor mail cars. See, it flips. And yeah, we've already talked about this, but I just think that's really cool. I think they did that with a lot of the rolling stock, and I think that's kind of cool. It gives it a lot of variation. Here's another take and play Thomas. This one is all painted, though. I know you guys are probably hoping to see another non-painted Thomas. But yeah, let's see. 2013 Mattel. Yep, this is when they really took over the line and crushed everybody's hopes and dreams. Here's one we have not looked at yet. This is Duck. And this is the only Duck, unfortunately, in this. I would have loved to get duplicates of him, but I know maybe he's a rare one. This Duck is like super heavy. I mean, if you threw this at someone, it would really freaking hurt. But pretty good detailing on Duck. Like I said, he is like, let me tell you what, this Duck is very, very heavy. So be careful with this. I mean, if you drop this on your foot, like, that would really freaking hurt. That Duck would really freaking hurt. And we are almost at the end, I swear. Here's one we haven't looked at, I believe. It's Porter. And Porter's always like a really interesting model. He's actually, I believe, a Pennsylvania or like maybe a New York and Pennsylvania railroad, I want to say, engine. That's his basis. But a really, really nice model of Porter here. Yeah, the face. He's got like a bunch of domes, or I think they're like for water. Not much else to say. There's Porter. Here we have Stanley again, a taken place Stanley. And if you notice, his cab is much more squashed than what we saw earlier. And he's got that big slant at the back on this one. One thing I also noticed on this Stanley, which I just realized while I was putting him in the other box, he's like kind of coming off. Yeah, this part right here is kind of coming off. So maybe I'll have to maybe screw that back in or glue that together or something. Here's again my favorite take-along Thomas. The color's right, the number's right. Everything's just right about this model. And here we got a cool piece of rolling stock that we haven't seen. This looks like a fireworks car. And let's see, yes, it's exactly that, a fireworks car. And it's got a screw where you can unscrew and place batteries in them. That may be a separate video. And I'm sure this thing lights up and maybe makes some cool fireworks noises. So, and the Sodor fireworks logo, I actually really, really like that. Because that's a cool item. Another couple generic sort of cargo cars, generic design we've seen a bunch. I mean, this is one of the worst piece of rolling stock I've ever seen. Like, it just has no detail. It's just a red piece of plastic placed on top of a chassis. And yeah, so not worthy of, and I mean, if I hadn't got it in this lot, I never would have gotten it. Sea Cargo car, which I think we've already seen. These rolling stock, they're super lightweight and super cheap. Here's a character we may or may have not looked at. I don't know. There's so many duplicates like in here, and there's so many trains and engines and rolling stock that I sort of lost track of what we've looked at and what we haven't looked at. But yeah, this is George. He's got this. He's a steamroller, and he's also missing a piece right here. It looks like that chipped off. The George face looks nothing like him, but that's okay. A lot of the early take-along models look nothing like the engines, so it's sort of to be expected. He's got a flywheel right here, which moves when you roll him along. And yeah, that is George. Here's another piece of rolling stock. We have the Brendam shipping car, and this one is cool because you see the Sodor Works cargo in there. This one's cool because you do that, it switches, and then it's Mr. Jolly's chocolate. Oh, that's really nice. I didn't know that was in there. And then we have the Sodor frozen fish, and then we're back to the Sodor Works. So it has 3 different things that go in there, and I think that's actually really, really cool. The Sodor train line, we've seen that on a bunch of different rolling stock today. But this is a nice little van that you can use as rolling stock if you're filming. Here's 3 boring cargo cars. We got 2 Sodor museum cars, which I'm sure came with cargo, and this just red piece of plastic placed on top of something. I get it, a piece of cargo came with it, but you could have made the rolling stock more detailed. You know, other than, I mean, I guess you could use it as a flatbed, but a red flatbed looks kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It would have been nice if it was gray or green, more like Sodor, but oh well. Yeah, nothing more to say. And we are down to like the scraps. I'll show you guys real quick. That's what we have left. So I'll go through this super fast, and then we'll exit the video and everything will be back to normal on Sodor. Don't know why I said that, but we have a couple James tenders. No difference in them other than this one is in worse condition. We have, unfortunately, just the Hero tender. We did not get Hero in this lot, but I'm sure I'll find him at some point in the future. I'm not sure. Patchwork Hero's tender. Okay, so this was for Patchwork Hero, because I was going to say the coloring is a little bit off on this tender. It's not like sharp black, which Hero was. And another engine we unfortunately, I don't believe we got is Mike. But we did get his tender. So I guess that's cool. Yeah, Mike. Let's see. Then we've got another generic cargo car. Getting kind of tired of these, actually. Then we have another Take and Play Thomas. Not good condition, although the paint is not fully off yet. His face has got a couple nicks and scrapes. And then another stupid red flatbed that is just the worst piece of merchandise. It's honestly becoming sort of the bane of my existence. And here we have the last couple pieces. we have a Molly tender and an Emily tender. And that's how we're going to end off this video. Kind of anticlimactic ending, but I really enjoyed doing this. It was really fun. You know, it took a while, obviously, because there was so much stuff. I don't think I have a few more lots to take a look at. Hopefully the next few won't take literally 4 hours. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.